Let's take a look at number 11. Number 11 says, under ideal conditions, the population of a certain species doubles every 9 years. If the population started with 100 individuals, which of the following expressions gives the population of the species T years after the population started, assuming that the population has been living under ideal conditions? So let's start highlighting some key terms. We know that the population doubles every 9 years, so that sounds important. We also know that they start with 100 individuals, so let's highlight that, 100 individuals. So which of the following expressions gives the population of T years? And so there's a variable, T years, after the population has started, assuming that the population is living under ideal conditions. So we want to look at the variable T for time, and this is going to be in years. We know that this is after the population starts. So before the population has started, 0 years have passed. And we know that we have a population of 100. We know that in 9 years, right, 9 years later, the population doubles. And so 100 is the population. If it doubles, then the total population is 200. So we want to plug in 0 for each answer choice and try to find one that gives us 100. Now, we know that if we take some number and put 0, like have 0 as the exponent, we know it's going to equal 1. So this first part should be pretty easy. Let's plug in our zeros and see which one gives us 100. So looking over here, 100 to the 9 times 0 power. And I'll type it right here. 100 to the 9 times 0 power. 9 times 0 is 0, right? And so we get 100 to the 0 power. And that's another way of getting 1. So we're left with 2 times 1. And 2 times 1 is not 100, so we can mark out A. Let's look at B. So B says 2 times 100 to the T over 9 power. And since T is 0, 0 over 9, well, 0 over 9 is just 0, right? So we have 2 times 100 to the 0 power. And since that's just another way of saying 2 times 1, it can't be B. So we'll mark that out. So it's either C or D. When we plug in 0 up here, 2 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 100 is still 100. Down here, we have 0 over 9 is 0. 2 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 100 is 100. So it's meeting that first requirement. The second part is we want to plug in 9. So when we plug in 9 up here, 2 to the 9 times 9 power, or 2 to the 81st power, is a really big number. If we take a really big number and multiply it by 100, it's going to be way too big to equal 200. So it can't be C. So it has to be D. And so if you were to plug in that 9 over 9 is 1, 2 to the first power is 2, 2 times 100 equals 200, and we have our answer. So the answer is going to be D.